Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by the Liberty Times, French President Emmanuel Macron is scheduled to visit Syria, marking a significant milestone in international diplomacy. This will be the first visit by a Western European head of state to the country since the dramatic collapse of the regime of former dictator Bashar al-Assad in late 2024. The announcement was made by Syria's official news agency, SANA, which quoted the presidential press office. The report indicated that President Macron's upcoming visit aims to discuss the strengthening of bilateral relations and other issues of common concern. However, the Syrian government has not yet disclosed the specific dates for the visit. This diplomatic development signals a potential shift in Western relations with post-Assad Syria, as European nations begin to navigate the new political landscape of the region. According to a report by Thai Sounds, Middle Eastern waterways remain highly unstable as a merchant vessel was recently attacked off the coast of Yemen. The UK Maritime Trade Operations, UKMTO, reported that a cargo ship came under attack by unidentified armed militants on Sunday, approximately 30 nautical miles southwest of the Yemeni port city of Hodeidah, prompting the vessel to issue a distress signal. While no group has officially claimed responsibility, the attack occurred near territory controlled by the Iran-backed Houthi rebel movement. This incident comes shortly after a temporary agreement between the United States and Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, raising concerns that tensions remain high. The Red Sea has become an increasingly vital route for Saudi Arabian oil exports. Despite diplomacy, maritime traffic in the southern channel has declined, and Iran continues to demand that ships navigate through its northern waters, attempting to impose transit fees. The latest attack underscores the persistent security threats facing international commercial shipping in the region. According to a report by Liberty Times, Israel has announced the appointment of Ruth Cohen-Dar as its first-ever permanent resident ambassador to Slovenia. This move signals a significant warming of bilateral ties between the two nations following years of strained relations. Diplomatic ties had previously deteriorated under the former center-left Slovenian government led by Robert Golob, which accused Israel's military actions in Gaza of being genocide. However, relations have thawed rapidly since Janez Janša, a populist leader and known friend of Israel, took office as prime minister following the parliamentary elections in March. Since taking power, Janša's coalition government has overturned several key policies of the previous administration. The new government lifted an arms embargo on Israel, canceled entry bans on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and two other ministers, and reversed an import ban on goods from Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank. Additionally, the symbolic Palestinian flag, which had been hanging on government buildings since Slovenia recognized Palestine in 2024, was removed, marking a clear shift in Slovenia's foreign policy. According to a report by the Epoch Times, NATO Deputy Supreme Allied Commander Europe, Sir John Stringer, announced that European allies have effectively addressed the capability gaps left by recent U.S. troop reductions. Speaking ahead of the NATO summit in Ankara, the former British Air Force pilot stated that the reallocation of military burdens is proceeding logically and moderately, driven by military necessity. Although the announcement of a 6-month review of U.S. forces in Europe by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth caused concern within NATO, officials are confident in the European response. Stringer noted that in areas where Europe cannot provide equivalent manpower, other resources are being deployed to achieve similar strategic outcomes. He added that member nations are increasingly utilizing advanced equipment, with some countries even exceeding original capabilities. Furthermore, Stringer reaffirmed the commitment among the 32 member states to dedicate at least 3.5% of their GDP to defense by 2035, emphasizing that this collective goal is essential for building a stronger, more capable NATO alliance. According to a report by Sing Tao, a violent shooting erupted in Coney Island, Brooklyn, during the evening of the United States' 250th Independence Day celebrations on July 4, 2026. The New York City Police Department responded to reports of gunfire on West 31st Street around 10 p.m. Authorities confirmed that at least 8 people were injured in the incident. The victims include 2 men, 2 women, and 4 children aged 14, 12, 7, and 6. All injured individuals were immediately rushed to local hospitals for medical treatment. While 7 of the victims are currently in stable condition, a 21-year-old woman remains in critical danger. Although police officers recovered a firearm at the scene, no suspects have been arrested, and the investigation into the motive behind the shooting remains ongoing. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.